Tennessee This Week from WATE's 6 on Your Side starts now.
Tom Spangler taking office as Knox County Sheriff, the changes he is bringing to county law enforcement. And Brett Kavanaugh faces questions and protest in Supreme Court confirmation hearings. And insiders going rogue, a new tell-all book and an anonymous op-ed, resistance from within the White House. Coming up on Tennessee This Week. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tennessee This Week. I'm Kristen Farley. The start of the month bringing in new leadership into office here in Knox County. We showed you the swearing-in ceremony for new Sheriff Tom Spangler and other leaders. Well, not long after, WATE 6 on Your Side anchor Lori Tucker sat down with him to hear his concerns, challenges, and plans for the office.
Sheriff, it's good to see you.
It's good to see you too, Lori. Thank you.
Has your victory sunk in yet?
It still hasn't. Like I've said many times since then, it doesn't seem real still. But I'm so honored and still humbled, and will continue to be so.
You had your swearing-in ceremony Friday.
Yes.
Last Friday. You just had your staff meeting this week. And a lot of people, a lot of your supporters on social media especially, are saying, look for big changes. Are big changes ahead?
We have some changes coming, yes, we do. And obviously one of the first things you'll probably see is with our patrol shifts. We're changing them, taking them off of the 12-hour shifts. That's starting September 10th. So here we are, the 4th, 6 days from now. They'll be back on their 6-4 rotation that they were on before they went to that 12-hour shift. I think it's important not only for them but also for the citizens of Knox County to know that I don't want our officers out there that are tired after 12 hours, 14 hours, or what have you. And then we're going to expect them to make a life-changing decision, if you will, sometimes, and putting them behind a car that's 3,200-pound weapon that could be, and the possibility of either being tired, falling asleep, answering a call that somebody's needing them, and I don't want them being that exhausted. So, and I think it's important for the officer themselves and also for the citizens out here.
How much does the importance of de-escalation go into this as well? You know, having them as sharp as possible to avoid some of the situations we've heard about nationwide.
It does, and that's why I mentioned it as far as that life-changing decision. You know, it may be having to take someone's life, using the weapon, a deadly force, what have you. And I just don't want them in that position and asking them to make that decision when they're tired. And we're going to sit back and people are going to second-guess the decision they made because, well, they were tired. So why were they working? Why were they doing this? And I don't want to put them in that position. And I mention our citizens out here because they don't want somebody answering a call to them, coming to their residence or showing up at a crash scene or whatever it may be, and an officer being tired to them and being noticeably tired. When you turn around and only get anywhere from 4 to 5 hours sleep, if they get that on the 12-hour shift, after they go home and decelerate themselves, and by the time they get up, they've had 4 hours of sleep, and it's just not conducive for what we need to do.
You spoke about citizens, our community. How would you describe our community atmosphere and its relationship with law enforcement as a whole?
I think we're fortunate here in Knox County and Knoxville to have the relationship that we have with our community within the law enforcement community also. We see what's going on across the country. You know, we have to build upon that every day, and we have to build that trust. And it's up to us to take that initiative to go out here and talk to the people that are, whether it's in a crash, comforting those people, whether they're out driving around and they're in a subdivision and they come across either kids out playing or grown-ups out mowing the yard, just waving and talking to them. I think that's that important to make sure that we maintain that relationship and we build upon it even more.
What about racial tensions?
You know, I don't think we see it as much here in Knox County and Knoxville, but I want to make sure that our officers are also trained within understanding the biases that are out there and making sure that they're not biased themselves, and they have to be that way because we come across all ethnic people that are out there, and we have to understand that, look, they have a different belief, and our job out there is to serve our community.
You know, you supported 287G, speaking of different walks of life.
Yes.
Do you want your officers involved in something as shattering, if you will, as breaking up a family?
They're not involved in that. And the 287G, if everybody will really look at it, the 287G never comes outside of the walls of the detention facility. Our officers are not trained in the 287G that are on patrol. They have no idea what's going on with that 287G. And that's what is happening. It hasn't changed of what was going on before the 287G. The biggest change with that 287G allows the officers within the facility, after a person is brought in and has been charged with a chargeable offense, that now that when they can't give any information, that they can look more into it and then bring in ICE to look further into that. And the other thing that it does is it allows ICE to take somebody, if that person has been deemed to be here without the proper documentation, then ICE is able to get them either deported or transferred to wherever they're going within 48 hours instead of anywhere from 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or 4 weeks of what it took before. But there's not a change in our officers out here. We're not going out here busting down doors with people. That's not what we're doing. That's not what we're going to do.
Okay. You mentioned the detention facility.
Yes.
I have heard that there is a severe overcrowding problem there, that inmates are even sleeping on the floor, that perhaps an extra pod or maybe two are needed. Do you agree with that? And would you be willing to use tax money to pay for that?
Well, yes, I do agree that we do have a overcrowding situation. We do need another building out there at that facility, and it was designed to be able to expand whenever time was needed. What we've done over the past several years is we've doubled the capacity of the jail by putting more bunks into the pods, if you will. But we didn't increase our employers, or our employees, as far as being able to house, help with the hiring of that. What I'm saying is we've added 500 more beds, so to speak. We didn't hire any more employees to go along with it. So we've doubled our chance of things happening to either our officers out there and or to the inmates out there without adding employees to take care of the situation as far as our expanding of our inmates out there, if you will. And that's caused a big problem, because we've had issues to where we don't have enough people working and having to call somebody in to work a double shift. Well, we have a direct supervision type facility out there, which means the officer is in the pod with the inmates. And that has caused tension, because now we can't let the inmates out whenever they need to be out to get their exercise or whatever it may be. And obviously then they're sitting in their cells and things are building up with them. So we've got a tension now between the officer, the correctional officer, and with the inmate, and we just can't have that. We have, I think I was told this morning, we have 20 people that are coming into our next CODA class, which is our corrections class. We lost, many years ago, we lost over 15 positions within our corrections facility. Right now, we're at a point that we're 19 people short. So we've got to be able to build on those. Now, we have 20 people coming into this next class. How many will stay once they either go through the first week or graduate from the academy? What we're seeing across the country, and at least here in Knox County, is that once people get trained, they go somewhere else, and we can't afford to have that happen.
Why is that?
A big part of it is salaries. You know, it's been that way in law enforcement for many years. Even when I started here, best I remember, I think when I started in 1980, I was making somewhere around $10,000 a year. A starting officer now is making 34 to 36, somewhere around that ballpark. And people are finding out that there's a lot less dangerous jobs out there that pay more, and that's what they're looking for. You know, our correction side and our patrol people out here both have a dangerous job, and getting and recruiting those people to come in here to do that now has become more astronomical than it ever has been, and part of that's because of what's going across our country with the attacks on law enforcement. So people are saying, well, why do I want to come into law enforcement or either correction side and have that opportunity be more prevalent now than it ever has been?
So you stepped away from Knox County, went to Blount County. Did you ever have in the back of your mind that you would try to get this seat, at this desk, in this building?
I had it before I left. I had it in my mind that this was something that I really wanted to do sometime if the opportunity came about. I left, retired Knox County in 2009, December of 2009. Went temporarily to Blount County for about 8 months, and the main reason I left Knox County to retire was to go fish professionally. I had a childhood dream that came available, and I jumped on it.
All right, we're going to talk about that childhood dream in just a few moments. But first, everyone, still to come, confirmation hearings for a Supreme Court nominee and a new attack ad from another political action committee in the race for Senate. Our panel of pundits coming your way next. Stay with us. You're watching Tennessee This Week on WATE 6 on your side.